Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Chicago scene here at the Alpha Baking Company in Hermosa. You see that behind me? It's a ceremony for a gentleman that's worked here for 40 years, Ed Munoz. See the pomp and circumstance starting to go now. They're getting ready to celebrate him here because 40 years, almost 95 buses full of poppy seeds, 4 billion buns, and the recipient right there for the Chicago scene. I'm going to talk to Ed and Larry now. All right, it's a big day at S.Rosen's, also known as the Alpha Baking Company. I'm here with Ed Munoz in the Hermosa plant of the company. How are you, Ed?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Happy anniversary. 40 years you've been working here. Tell me about that, how that started, because you've done things like help make 4 billion hot dog buns, stuff 94 buses of poppy seeds. In the video that we saw back on the WGN Airways, so you were counting poppy seeds. Tell me, how did that whole thing happen?
Well, I mean, starting to work here, my father worked here before I did. After I graduated high school, he asked me if I wanted to work at the bakery for the summer to make some money, and I said okay, and I've been here ever since.
So that famous summer job that turned into a career.
Right. I started making dollars.
And so the video that we had from the old WGN archives there that you guys graciously supplied, because WGN, we kind of just lose our archives for some reason, but I'm glad that you found this one. You looked a little bit different. You had some longer hair, but what were you doing in that video back then there?
Counting poppy seeds.
Counting poppy seeds, and you're getting a special golden
golden tweezers.
Thank you, golden tweezers.
Yeah.
To commemorate your 40 years at the company, and this is a Chicago institution. I mean, if you haven't been to a hot dog stand in a while, you see it.
Hot dogs.
Right. That's a Chicago way to do it,
Sure.
and
No ketchup.
No ketchup at all. And you see the cardboard white boxes with the writing on there of S.Rosen's Baking Company. They've been around for a long time. Merged with this company back, like in the late 70s, and that's kind of where
my time.
Yes, before you're not much though, because you've been here for a while, 40 years. So tell me your trajectory from that summer job to where you are now.
Well, I mean, I started working different jobs and getting more hours per se, and one day they decided to ask me if I wouldn't mind counting poppy seeds off a hot dog bun, because there was a question that was asked to one of our supervisors. He didn't know the answer. So I'm like, it's hot, it's an easy job. Yeah, I'll do that.
How many did you get to when you were counting there?
Approximately 800 per bun, 850.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So how many do you go back and relish
so
that?
I'll walk in when the poppy seeds are being run. I'll grab a bun, sit down and start counting.
So for a lot of folks who have been to the Chicago hot dog stands, I mean, they are in mostly every hot dog stand I've ever been to, either in Chicago or surrounding areas. But I got to ask, how do they even get the poppy seeds on the bun?
They steam the buns, or the raw bun itself. It goes through a proofing process. They keep it wet, and they just spray the poppy seeds on top of the bun before it goes into the oven.
So is that your way to do a hot dog with the poppy seeds on there, the no ketchup, and run through the garden? What's your hot dog of choice?
That's it. Poppy hot dog, everything but ketchup. The works, hot peppers. I'm good.
So in all the years that you've been here, the 40 years, is there a year that stands out that was something more, that you look back on, you're like, man, I'm really proud of something like that? I mean, all kidding aside, this is a great accomplishment. People don't work for 40 years at any place anymore, it seems, these days. You're of that generation, and I am like the last ones maybe, but it says a lot about the company that you work for. Well,
it's the people. I mean, we've been through 9/11. Yeah. We've been through now the pandemic, and we've always just come back. Everybody's always been working together here, common goal. Nothing makes you happier than a hot dog, so it's an easy job.
Right, and I imagine, when you started off as the summer job, your family's grown since then to where it is now. Talk about that.
2 girls through college, happily married, 30-something years of marriage.
Sure.
I got a grandchild now. It's just, I grew up here.
And you're still working here, and you've been working here, and you have. I'm going to just pan the camera here because everybody wave hi, because they're all just hanging out. We're going to celebrate Ed here in a second. Ed, congratulations on the 40 years here. That's really an incredible accomplishment, and I'm glad that you did that WGN video all those years ago.
Oh, I'm glad too. I mean, you know what? I'm a celebrity.
You are a celebrity, and I think Ed deserves a hot dog, right?
I'm the original Big Poppy.
You are the original Big Poppy. We coined that right here. Ed, congratulations.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate
much.
everything that
Thank
you do, and you are such a Chicago story. You're a Chicago guy.
Thank you, Chicago. Thank you for everything you've given me, and this is my way of giving back.
Absolutely. Congrats.
Thank you.
There's a big to-do happening in a second here, but I'm going to talk to the co-founder, Larry. How are you, sir?
Great. I'm very good. Thank you for coming today.
Absolutely. Larry, you co-founded the Alpha Baking Company. We're merging the Marianne and S.Rosen together, and that's what people know when they go to like a hot dog stand. They see the hot dog buns in those cardboard little contraptions. I don't even know what the packaging, probably the right word.
Cardboard tray. Yep.
Yeah. And in the steamer as such. So that is a Chicago icon as far as food in the city, and here we are celebrating an employee that has been with you for 40 years, and you yourself have been here a while too as the co-founder and still CEO of the company. But what's that mean to speak of somebody who's been here for that long as an employee?
Well, you know what? We've always prided ourselves on being a family-run company and a family organization. We have many, many people like Ed who have been here for years and years, and that really has been what's been part of the success of Alpha Baking Company, is that we have a lot of dedicated people and hard workers, and our job is to try to make sure that Chicago gets fed the right way.
Right, and how does that happen? How do you end up in, 95% of the hot dog stands in the city? I mean, that's incredible to do. I can't think of a time where I've been in a hot dog stand and didn't see your buns, no pun intended.
Well, yes, thank you. That's our hope, is that we can service every possible customer. The difference is, like I said, it's family run, a lot of dedicated people, always trying to make the best quality product. And I think, if you have the great quality, it goes a long way towards making sure you have good customers too. Right,
and customers keep coming back year after year, and employees stay year after year, and that's what we're celebrating today with Ed Munoz, who's been here for 40 years. He's getting a golden tweezer. You're presenting him with that honor here shortly. Talk about how did this come from, and as far as the award and celebrating your employees like this.
Well, it's part of our quality assurance. We had people questioning how many poppy seeds are on a hot dog bun. So we started saying that's a darn good question, and that's probably an important consideration.
Sure,
the dispersion has to be right. So we asked Ed if he could step in and start taking over that responsibility, and here he is, still plugging away, still doing a great job.
Yeah. So with the ceremony, obviously you got some hot dogs on ready to go. You even have a podium made of hot dog crates, the hot dog bun crates. But yeah, right. And you're presenting them with the golden tweezer. Is that right?
Golden tweezer award. Yes. That's correct.
For 40 years, that's an incredible feat, and this still a family-owned Chicago company, and I can't be more happy to talk to you and Ed today, just because it's a lot of fun to talk about Chicago, isn't it?
Well, yes, absolutely, and we're ecstatic that we can celebrate something with one of our longtime people, very dedicated. So that's just the way our family and our business runs.
And for folks who are tasting this for the first time, for some reason have not had it yet, is there other things that they can find your product on throughout the Chicago area?
Well, yes, we have a whole variety of products. We have a lot of our breads and rolls under the S.Rosen brand. Our hamburger and hot dog buns are under the Marianne S.Rosen brands. Mm-hmm. So yes, just about every supermarket in Chicago.
Well, you know what? It's the perfect time. Summer's about to start. Your barbecues are going to be going, and there will be using your hot dog buns. And couldn't be more proud to say that out loud. Thank you, sir.
And we're ready to go.
And good luck with the ceremony with Ed here in a second. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Welcome. I'm Larry Marcucci, CEO of Alpha Baking Company. We're here today to honor a man who has been with Alpha Baking Company, S.Rosen, for 40 years. Today we celebrate Ed Munoz for his 4 decades as part of the S.Rosen family and his skill counting poppy seeds. That's more than 3 trillion poppy seeds and over 4 billion buns during his tenure. We honor Ed for his dedication to both his hot dog craft and his bun baking abilities. He has earned the first ever Alpha Baking Company S.Rosen's PhD. Poppyseed Honorary Doctorate, and the Golden Tweezers for his outstanding dedication and attention to detail. Please join me in celebrating Ed as he walks to the stage and graduates with his PhD.
Let's go, Ed!
Go, Eddie!
Thank you. It's been my privilege and my pleasure to work for this company for 40 years. And this is what it's all about. Family, friends, and hot dogs. I started working here when I was 10, but I'll be here another 20 years, I think. Thank you.
Congrats, Ed!
That's Dr. Ed.
Edward Munoz, I hereby bestow to you the first ever S.Rosen's Golden Tweezer for your 40 years of service and perfect poppy seed track record.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How about that for a celebration? TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. If you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene, that's TBarness at WGNTV.com. Happy hot dogs, everybody. We'll see you.